Hey guys, my name's Nate and I'm the Otter Outdoorsman, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about some tips and tricks that I use to help alleviate and prevent migraines when I'm out in the woods. Because if you're like me, or if you know someone like me who deals with chronic migraines or even deals with occasional migraines, they do happen in the woods, and they are literally one of the, well, not actually one of the worst things, but they're one of the worst things to deal with when you're out camping or hiking, because they are just painful. It locks you down, it's hard to see, it makes your stomach really queasy, and it's hard to eat. So one of the things I want to mention, this is mostly all anecdotal, these are tricks that I use to varying degrees of success, and I want to pass it on to you. In reality, if you are dealing with chronic migraines, these tricks will help, but you should also see a doctor, especially if they're chronic. That's what I did, and it helped as well. But I also still have to employ these tricks. But anyways, so I digress. A couple tricks I use. The main trick is actually right in front of you right now. This hat. I need to put it back on because I'm starting to get one because I was writing the script. Wearing a tight-fitted hat helps with migraines, or at least for me, and for a few of the people that I've talked to about this trick. I've talked to a lot of people who've had migraines, and I know a lot of people who do, and generally tightly wrapping their heads has helped. What I found, and kind of upgraded it a little bit, is wearing a tightly fitted hat. Not one that, like, you know, obviously makes it so your head can't get blood, but one that is just tight enough to your head helps, at least with me, either alleviate some of the pain or helps with preventing it. Doesn't mean it won't come, but it helps prevent it. So what I do is I tend to wear a tight-fitted hat whenever I'm away. So it helps keep that pressure on the temples and on the back of the neck, so I am feeling better. The other benefit of it is because I wear glasses, I can't always carry sunglasses with me all the time. So this also helps keep the sun out of my eyes, especially since it has a brim. So because you'll always see me wear the hat outside, that doesn't mean you won't see me, doesn't just mean it's a fashion sense. Partially is, but it's also partially to help with my headaches, because I do get them frequently. The next part of it is sunglasses. When I go out hiking, or when I go out on a lot of trips, I don't want to carry around big bulky sunglasses with me. So what I do is I carry around clip-on sunglasses. You could carry around actual sunglasses with you, especially if you aren't requiring prescription sunglasses, but because I have to wear glasses, I carry clip-ons. A couple brands I recommend. I'm not going to put them down below because I recommend you go to a store and try them onto your glasses to properly get them fitted. But the brands are Cocoon and Haven are two of the ones I've had really good success with. These are polarized, and these are full UV protected. If you would like for me to do a video on how to fit these onto your glasses, I will talk to Cassie and see if we can. Won't guarantee it, but if you are interested, we can do it. But I found having these around are great when it's really sunny out and I need some protection. Or if I just want to see fishes in the water. But yeah, so this is one of my other tricks that I use. And that way I am, especially if it's during the winter, whether there's a lot of reflection, or from an area that has a lot of reflectivity off the ground, or from near the water, these really help because I'm not getting a lot of light into my eyes, which can be a trigger towards migraines, or in an area that doesn't have a lot of shade. So another thing that is really important to me is carrying a well-stocked first aid kit. One of the things I keep in here are things like pain meds and nothing too strong, things like migraine grade Excedrin, or just extra strength Excedrin, which are pretty much the same thing, and allergy medication. Because honestly, I know natural remedies such as wintergreen and, well, willow in my area is never around, so I have to rely on wintergreen. Do not even touch migraines. I've tried. So having to have that amount of stuff on here, having a properly stocked first aid kit is important, especially if you deal with migraines. Or if you know you occasionally get migraines, having the stuff around does help. Knowing that you need having that stuff there. Some of the other things that are good to know is if you get them enough, know a couple of your other tricks that you use. So if you need a cold pack, pack a couple extra cold packs into your first aid kit. Or a warm pack, again, pack a warm pack into there and maybe a towel or something so you can put it on your neck to help alleviate that pain. I don't use those as much, so I don't pack them. I tend to just eat some pain meds and try and push through it because I'm stupid. Another good trick, and this is less of a physical thing you can do, is know your triggers. Especially when you're out in the woods. Allergies, wood smoke, just a change in pressure from storms. 3 things that can give me migraines. Don't always give me migraines, but can. Knowing to either watch out for them or avoid them are tricks to avoiding either preventing the migraine or knowing to, okay, there's a storm coming in, I'm going to take a preventative Excedrin right now to avoid that. I'm going near some wood smoke, I'm going to take some allergy medication and a preventative Excedrin before I go near there so that I don't get a migraine. Things like that. Knowing to take the preventatives before you go towards that stuff, especially if that stuff triggers it. So knowing those triggers and working towards it really do help, and that has helped me a lot. Isn't perfect, but helps. And especially if the other big thing is if these migraines really do start affecting your life and you're getting them weekly, or they're getting to a point where every time you go camping you get them, and to a point where it almost got for me where I didn't want to go camping and I didn't want to go hiking, and you are so broken from your migraines, see your doctor. I am not joking about this. See your doctor. Talk to him. Talk to him about your concerns. Get some tests. Some of the things could even cause it are things like Lyme. Lyme can cause it. I was not triggered because of Lyme. But it could be it does lead to it, to getting more frequent headaches, getting more frequent migraines. And it's better to go see your doctor and get treated for this so then you get less of them. There are ways of preventing migraines, and that make the frequency go way down. And I do want to encourage you, if you haven't already, go see your primary care. Again, because especially I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy who deals with this regularly. So that's some of my advice. It's not the best advice, but it's some that I use. As I said, hat, sunglasses, having a good first aid kit, knowing your triggers. The other thing is just not thinking about the migraines, because sometimes it makes them come. And I know I'm going to have a mild migraine now later on because I've done this PSA. But anyways, the other thing is when people say, oh, drink more water, make sure you're eating. That does help, but in reality, if you are a person with chronic migraines, it doesn't always help. Dehydration doesn't always lead to migraines, but it can trigger one. Anyways, my name's Nate. I'm the Outdoorsman. You guys get outside, have some fun. See everyone.